Like, how exactly? I guess I'm curious on like what kind of spots have you been, or and other people in the program, how have they been? What kind of spots have they been doing where they can fit
Yeah.
like 20 plus people and have fun?
Yeah, so the trend that we're starting to see is a lot of the time the perfect spot is at a hotel. So for
Okay.
example, the Global Ambassador in Scottsdale, that's a hotel. The Edition in Tampa, that's a hotel. The Edition in West Hollywood, that's the same chain of a hotel. In
Mm,
Austin, it's the Austin proper hotel.
okay.
So it's starting to kind of become a trend more and more and more where it's these hotel bars. And I think it's because they're usually pretty big and pretty spacious.
Mm,
They're pretty aesthetic and elegant. And then they're also like easily accessible. Um, Now that part of it is all good. Like we don't want to do a nightclub where it's loud and crazy, people can't have conversations. And you also don't want like a dive bar, like a brewery where it's kind of just like not as sophisticated.
yeah.
But the most important thing is the popularity of the venue and then people's desire to go there anyways, right?
Mhm.
So that's actually at the very top is popularity, people's desire to go to that spot regardless of who you are or what your event is about. And then if we can mix that, it's like the perfect marriage between those two things and then the right type of style of venue. Now for me, like here in Charlotte, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Um, this spot is not a hotel. And thinking of Charlotte, like I don't know why my spot's not at a hotel, but there's not really a hotel that has much going on. There's nice hotels, don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
It's got the aesthetic. It might even actually have the right, drinks and everything like that. But it doesn't necessarily have the popularity. So the place in my city that's got the popularity is this Canopy Cocktails. But you can see how it's kind of like this indoor outdoor vibe
Mhm.
where there's like a bunch of seating and stuff like that. It's all first come first serve, but it's still kind of fancy and they've got these lights and all that different stuff. This is just like where all of the most attractive people in my city go to. So it makes perfect sense for me to send out invites to a fuck ton of people saying, "Hey, we're throwing a cocktail social at Canopy." And people say yes because chances are these people were going to be showing up to this fucking place anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not taking anybody out of their way to come to my event.
Mhm. So I feel like that's kind of what the wharf is like. Um, but the reason, like I was saying in the chat, I think it just lost its novelty because it's been around for so long. And like there's a whole bunch of other stuff coming up, and the younger crowd, the hotter group, they want to go to like the clubs and stuff like that. So the Wharf is literally like the perfect spot. They have seating area, they have a bunch of bars, they have food trucks, they have cornhole, they have like Jenga. It's like a huge area, a bunch of, like it's literally the perfect social mixer, cocktail mixer spot. But I think because it's been around so much, everyone knows what it is. Whenever I tell anyone about the Wharf, they all know what it is. But I think they kind of got worn out now. They're like, okay, yeah, I've heard of it. I've been there a few
But
times.
does that exactly? Does that mean that it's a place people want to go to?
Yeah, so I don't think so. It
Yeah,
still gets
because
a good
I
crowd of
can
people,
tell you,
but
like I can tell you that this place, I mean, not only is Canopy popular, but this is where people want to go. There's other places, right? Like Pins Mechanical in Charlotte. This place is popular. If you told someone about this, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've been there." And you'd think that it's the perfect place for a social mixer because it's open, it's got the bar, it's got these fucking, games and all of this stuff.
mhm,
But people don't really want to go here.
yeah.
It's not
So
like
what kind of
desirable.
what kind of things
You got
do
to
you look
figure out
for?
where people want to go, where people want to go. Where are people going already? Like, where do people want to be at? And it's finding the place that people want to be at that is not the nightclub. It's the canopy.
Hmm.
Because if you try to figure out where people want to be at, but you're using a nightclub, well, then that's going to be Trio here in Charlotte. But I'm not going to throw a social mixer here at Trio. That would be fucking insane.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That would make zero sense. They got this shit spraying, the music is super loud, like nobody would
Hmm.
even like you wouldn't even be able to figure out where your group is at.
Okay. It was actually busy yesterday. I forgot to do some reconnaissance at work. Well, not
Yeah, I
recon,
mean,
in some question asking investigations at work.
yeah, you can
But
just use that as your opener, right? You can use that as your opener when you're out and about. You can use that as like an opener, like a functional question. You can use that on IG DMs if you're sending out DMs to a bunch of people. You can
so
use that, you
when I
can
was
just like start asking.
when I was doing that, especially for like the DMs, people were giving me spots and I checked them out, but they were very small venues, like they were very tight squeeze.
Well, give me an example. Like what is the
I
name of one?
don't remember the names. Let me see, because I know it was in what's the street name? It's not Las Olas. It's like another street right next to Las Olas, where like all the clubs are at. Hold on, I'm gonna find it now. I think one of the clubs is called Sway. Okay.
Okay, so it's a
Okay.
nightclub.
So yeah, if you type in Sway nightclub, and then this whole street has just a bunch of bars and clubs and stuff like that. So not that spot specifically. That's just the name I remember because that's the area.
Okay.
Where someone was telling me. There's some other sport. Oh, okay, there we go. It's called the Backyard.
Okay.
Let me look at images.
Here.
But like the pictures, what the heck is that? That's not what that is.
This?
Picture's not giving it no justice. Yeah. Or is that in Fort Lauderdale? Because when I walked in there, it was smaller. This looks lit. What the heck is this? This
Oh
doesn't.
shit, this is in Waco, Texas.
Oh.
Damn.
I
You're like,
was
that
like,
was
holy
lit.
moly. Yeah.
Okay. So this is in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. It's not really that big.
I mean, it looks like it's plenty of space though.
Maybe it's just like a outdoor because I walked by it. It didn't look that big. Because I'm looking at the pictures now and I'm like, this isn't what it looked like when I walked by.
I mean, this is definitely enough space. This looks to me like it's almost too crazy.
Is that it also?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, that looks fun,
I guess when I walked by, it was
but
not that many people and didn't look that big. So unless I looked at the wrong spot, which probably was.
yeah, this looks cool, but it looks very young.
Yeah.
Very,
Oh
very young.
no. Okay, that's what I was looking at. I didn't see backyard. It was Booze Garden. Booze Garden looks pretty big. Actually, Booze Garden might. Yeah. See, Booze Garden looks like it's a dive bar. And when I went, it was empty. Didn't have a lot of people in there. And that was a Friday night.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, this looks like it has some potential.
Those are two of the spots that someone told me.
Yeah. How were you like framing the question though?
Um, Literally from
Are
the
you just
strip.
are you just
That's
asking like
verbatim
what is
from the
like the
strip.
littest spot? Because I wouldn't necessarily ask them what the littest spot is. I would say what is I would say like, where do you feel like I'm trying to think of the question that I would ask that would lead me to Canopy. Like, what do you think the most popular place for like fancy cocktails?
Okay. Most
Right?
popular.
Because you want to kind of get into more of a bougie, demure vibe because that corroborates a little bit better with the idea of hosting a cocktail social or a social mixer.
Hmm. I think I gotta change the demographic of people I'm asking. Because the people I was DMing was a bunch of college girls, and then the people at work were
Oh,
a bunch of college girls.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for
So,
sure. So what I would do is I would actually, to make it easier for you, is I would go ahead and just start DMing real estate agents because real estate agents are really easy to find on
hmm
Instagram. Fort Lauderdale realtor, Fort Lauderdale real estate agent. That's gonna, go to the accounts tab. That's gonna show you a bunch of accounts where people are easily findable. Like the list is just right there.
hmm
You can send them the message. Number one, real estate agents are active in their DMs, right? Because they're trying to do business.
hmm
They're also very well connected,
hmm
so
I
they
had
understand.
like
They
three
understand.
at my last event.
Yeah, like they want to be invited to these things. They have good insight. They've been in the scene, so they know,
Hmm
and that's where I start most guys off. Is just DM a bunch of real estate agents, tell them that you're going to be hosting a cocktail social, ask them what the most popular and trendy place to do something like that they think what it is, right? They're probably not going to tell you Booze Garden.
Yeah.
The Wharf, that's not bad, but yeah, maybe we rushed this process a little bit with the research.
hmm I mean, the wharf literally looked like it was a catch. I mean, if you go there, you're gonna be like, this spot is lit. I don't know why more people aren't excited to come here. But again, I still think it's a demographic of people I'm talking to because the people I had show up, they were like in the mid 20s or early 30s, and they were like kind of a lot of business minded people. So they had no problem coming to the wharf. It was the younger people, the younger group that I invited. Those are the ones that backed out. Something happened or something came up or have an emergency and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So the wharf can attract people, but it's not attracting like younger, hotter girls. It's kind of just attracting like older business people.
Yeah. Okay. Younger,
I
hotter
guess it's
girl.
not a bad thing, but I'm not, maximizing the girls that are coming.
Yeah, yeah. So when it comes to like younger, hotter girls, we would kind of need to define what that really means because even at Canopy, that's not necessarily a place for younger, hotter girls. They're definitely hot.
Hmm
They're definitely young, but I mean, we have to define what you mean by young
Like
because young,
24 and younger, age
okay,
like 21 to 24.
that's totally different because this system is really definitely optimized for people that are like not like it's not really for college. It's not really like college game.
Hmm
It's more like professionals, right? It's going to be women that are like 24, 25 out of college and are much more likely to come to places like this because they can mix, they can mingle, they're single, they don't have the fucking dorms anymore.
Yeah.
They
So,
don't have sororities and all that stuff. And maybe they miss that, you
mhm.
know? Um,
So
Like,
question with that then, because I have I follow the thing that you posted with making the campaign and the audience for yacht owners, right? So if I'm gonna go DM a bunch of yacht owners and connect with them and tell them I got a bunch of hot girls to come on the boat, how am I gonna get the hot girls? Because if I'm a If I'm getting like the older girls, don't get me wrong, they're hot, but they're not what they're not the yacht owners are probably thinking of. They're probably thinking of like the 21 to 25-year-olds,
Yeah,
So
but your offer changes at that point. Your offer to the women is no longer a cocktail mixer at the wharf.
yeah, okay,
Your offer is now a
got it.
yacht party on whatever beach.
Okay,
So
I
you
get
would
that.
launch a different ad.
Okay, got you.
The ad would then be yacht party, and then you'd target 21 to 23
Hmm.
on the females. So now what they're seeing is a totally different offer.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
So that makes sense on where I'm messing up with the turnout with girls because I'm running my ads to hit 21 to 25 when I really be running my ads to be hitting like 25 to maybe like 30 for girls, and I probably would have got a lot better turnout or click to message.
Yeah, man. So if you're really truly trying to go for like, 21 to 23, it's not that you can't get girls like that to come out to a cocktail mixer at the fancy place, but it's much less likely. Like there are going to be those girls that are a little in that age range are a little bit more mature,
Hmm.
but it's going to be far less, right? So when it comes to generating leads and all the different tactics and strategies that we have, from an ads perspective, targeting 21 to 23 for the offer being cocktail mixer, that's yeah, I mean it's not that it's impossible, but the cost per lead is going to be higher.
Yeah, I got a few messages from them, but it's not like I'm paying $7 a message, which is for the last one. That was like my average.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not worth the investment. At that
Yeah.
point, I mean, you're just priced out at that point. So that's not wouldn't be an effective method.
Mhm.
You'd probably have much better luck with just pure cold DMs or maybe even apps or maybe even just like in-person cold approaching.
Mhm. Yeah, that's honestly where the majority of my people came from was in-person cold approaching, meeting new people. Like everyone who showed up was just like most recent. A lot of them were recent people that I've met and
Yeah.
just connected with, and then they're all excited to come. They're excited to come to the next one, so and they're gonna bring other people, so it's gonna compound. But
Yeah.
yeah, cold
Yeah,
approaches has been like my go-to.
and I haven't really had this discussion a bunch of times because I'd say for the most part, like most people that are in this program are similar age to me, or at least kind of close, meaning attracting women from 25 to 30 isn't really like an issue. For me, man, like dude, I'm really trying to deal with women below like 24,
Hmm.
like me personally. I think women 24, 25, 26, 27, even 28, 29 are attractive. And it's tough with 21-year-old girls, bro. Like those girls
Yeah.
are, they're just not like thinking on the same level. If there's any of those in my funnel, it's because like I've just run into them or I've met them out and about, and it just happened by chance. Like I've never been one to specifically target that demographic. Not a lot of other guys in the group are targeting that demographic either. So you're in a sense like if that's your thing, you're kind of like pioneering a little bit
Hmm.
because
I was trying
it's
to
tough.
get
Like, those girls are typically very broke,
yeah.
right? They're typically uh in college and so are therefore like kind of hard to extract.
Yeah. I was trying to get honestly best of both worlds. I was trying to
Yeah.
have it all. The younger girls, the older girls, the successful guys, the average, well, not really the average guys, but just I was trying to go through all demographics. Like, hey, look, I got a party with a bunch of younger girls, so now it's gonna be more attractive to the upper, more successful guys. And then I'm gonna get everything in between because just once you attract those two, everything in between automatically gets attracted too. That's kind of how
Yeah.
I was thinking it. But I think it makes sense to just go for like the more mature group that's able to make it and more excited to go to like these certain venues and that kind of stuff. So that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
And it's not even need to be that big of a difference. Like just, 24 to 27, the psychographic is so much different than like 21 to 23.
Yeah, especially in Florida. The younger crowd here in Florida is different.
Yeah, man. And like for me in Charlotte, if I was trying to go for 21-year-olds, it probably wouldn't be that easy to do in terms of like canopy cocktails and like all of that different stuff. Like I'd have to go to these young ass bars, and then I'd need to be building a social circle around that, and that definitely would have some downsides
Yeah.
because the guys would be younger as the guys would start to be younger as well. Because let's be real, bro, like dudes that are like late 30s coming up to 40, they can attract younger women, no doubt about it. But we're
Hmm.
talking like 25 to 30. Really, for the most part, like a 21-year-old girl is not going to be fucking with like a 40-year-old guy.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare. So like trying to like set up your circle that way is going to be on fucking hard mode.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess that's kind of the dream that a lot of these other programs are selling, like Men of Action, that kind of stuff.
Is it though? Because like those girls on those in all of his content are
Are
not young.
are older, but that's not what they try to sell them. Yeah, you can get any girls that you want. You can attract all. Well, they don't say younger girls. They kind of imply it. They say like, the hottest girls or the models. The OnlyFans girls, and that's what they kind of push, which is kind of imply a more younger group of girls. But yeah, when you
I
look at the girls
actually,
around Michael Sartain, those aren't. That's not the same ones.
I would say it's the opposite, actually, man. Like, I mean, we can just pull it up right now. Like, let's just go take a look at Michael Sartain. He definitely talks about the most attractive women. But I have never once heard him talk about
His,
age.
his
Like,
girlfriend's
you know, he
21, or I think it's his ex now. I'm pretty sure his girlfriend's like 21, 22. His ex, his most recent one, she was like very young.
these girls are definitely, no offense, like these girls are definitely not 21.
No, 100%. I'm saying that's a dream that they're selling, but that's not what the reality is. That's not what he's around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
100%.
a lot of this is
People,
face app. It's face. I'm not like, don't get me wrong. These girls are like good looking. Everybody's face tuned in this. I can tell you that. Um, yeah, bro, this girl's probably like 26. Like
I don't
girls don't be getting boob jobs at 21, bro.
know.
Now,
Fast. They usually wait till they hit the wall and then they get boob jobs.
now if you're going for 21, there's no way these girls are 21.
Mm,
But yeah, like I said, it's just that the offer would have to change if you're trying to do like the 21 to 23. So you're probably better off, like honestly, man, the advice here is that you're probably better off like building out a really badass social circle on easy mode in the
yeah,
demographic that's going to make it simplest for you, getting your social proof up, getting your social connections up, getting your access up, and then doubling back, right? Once you have access, once you have something to work with,
hmm,
then going back to the 21-year-olds with a different offer. But I
yeah,
would definitely say that starting with 21-year-olds, it's not that it's impossible, but it's on hard mode.
yeah. No, so that was really my main focus. I guess that was kind of the mindset I had from like previous stuff that I've been seeing online was